Rise and grind, McAlester. Welcome to Harbor Mountain Coffee House at 224 South 3rd Street in McAlester. Come have a cup of joe with us and enjoy the show. You're tuned in to Coffee with the Coach, brought to you by Tannehill Furniture and Mattress, Reagan Auto, the PC Landing Zone, Bank First, and Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of McAlester. We're live on KNED, 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, as well as video streaming on YouTube. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, and for tonight, it's Thursday Night Lights. The McAlester Buffaloes host the Bishop Kelley Comets in a rematch of last year's first-round playoff matchup. Now, with all that said, let's welcome the head coach of the McAlester Buffaloes, Forrest Mazey. Coach, welcome back to the show.
Glad to be back.
So, 70 points, the most that has ever been put up in your tenure with the McAlester Buffaloes. It was a 42-point win last Friday, but in the second quarter, a whole lot closer before you guys broke it open.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on the win?
We pulled it away, in the second quarter, kind of at halftime, and then never looked back. But just shaky first half. They come up and do some things in empty, and maybe we take them a little light. I won't say we took them light, but maybe we did. Just one of them deals. Find a way to win, and find a way to win with your 15 points, and get out of there, get out quick.
So after the Buffs went down 22-20, McAlester, like we mentioned, outscored East Central 50-6 the rest of the way.
Yeah.
What adjustments were made to dominate the win?
Just understanding what we have to do, and when they get an empty. We have empty checks, but then you have to adjust in game defensively to what they may be doing schematically, because sometimes they don't. They had empty sets that we were ready for, and we have our empty checks, but you have to make some tweaks and adjustments to who they're trying to get the ball to, how they're trying to get the ball to them, and Coach Harmon and the defensive staff did a good job of adjusting. And then obviously offensively, we have to put another guy in there and in the box sometimes with the tight end or H-back, and find a way to get our blocks and get the angles that we want, so we can get what we want done. Running or passing.
So we spoke about him after the Poto game, but we've seen junior Jordan Clark turn up the volume since. Now at the head of the Dozer package, he's running for touchdowns, throwing for a touchdown last week. What'd you think about his game?
Did a great job. It's Jordan. Jordan does a great job as far as what we need him to do. Great kid on top of it. So, with a 1-2 punch of him and Drayton, I think he's averaging 11 a carry, and Drayton's averaging 12 a carry. So, we probably need to get Drayton the ball a little bit more sometimes, but he plays a lot of defense as well and takes a lot of pounding. So, with that type of punch, and then you have bump, in our heavy package with our quarterback sneak stuff and knows what to do. So, but those two are carrying the ball really great.
So one thing that I've noticed, even more prevalent than most years, is obviously the offensive line doing a great job, but your wide receivers and their blocking. Talk a little bit about that.
I think that was a point of emphasis coming in. We tried to see what we were weak on the previous year. I think our perimeter blocking was poor at times last year. When we got to the edge, we didn't get anything, or we got minimal gainage. And I think this year, we've done a magnificent job, and Coach Mack's done a great job of making sure we put that as a point of emphasis with our kids, and how important that is, because I say the offensive line is good for 5 to 6 receivers, and everybody else spring it after that. We can tell the running back, you got to make one guy miss. We can block 10. Mm-hmm. You got to make one guy miss or run him over, and we've done a really good job of, to me, what we call complementary football. Run to pass, screen, defense, special teams. I think as our young kids mature and Kaysen matures behind the center, I think it's going to be a great year.
So one thing that I also noticed when it comes to this is that you mentioned, the offensive line 5 to 6 yards, wide receivers spring it. I don't know, 59% of your touchdowns this year have been for 25-plus yards,
yeah,
and 34% have been for 50-plus.
Yeah.
You guys have been having a major success in the big play. In a game we saw 98 points to. Let's speak on this defender, because we haven't spoken about him yet. Your defensive line has been very impressive,
right,
but especially sophomore Gavin Mason, who leads that unit in tackles and is second on the team in tackles for losses, where he had 3 last Friday. What kind of player do you have in Gavin, and what do you think about his progression?
I think starting on the offensive line last year really helped him maturity-wise, and understanding how fast the game is in the box and knowing what they're going to try to do. And him playing those, obviously he does a great job there, and he's hard to block, and then he's going to split double teams at times, and he's going to do a good job of clogging the middle. He's got good experience, he's got good leverage. just really overall a great sound player. Going from offense to defense, we try to get where can we be as strong as we can be, and sometimes you have to make that move because a lot of people probably thought he was going to be a starting guard, and started as a guard as a freshman. Except Coach Skimbo goes, he started on offense last year because he's defensive coach. I said, yeah, Johnny, he started last year. So
that's good. No way. And he was like most of the season.
He said, huh, really? But Gavin's doing a good job. He's doing a great job anchoring that line down in the middle.
Third consecutive week of getting a lot of players into the game that don't always get to come in. And it seems like with the exception of a hiccup here and there, they've been performing well in the time that they've gotten. So what have your thoughts been on these guys over the past few weeks?
I think it's how we practice. Some people, you can agree with it, you can disagree with it, because I'll be honest with you, a lot of times we've split those guys, but, ninth grade on one end and everybody else on the other. But I think it's just, if you watch our ninth grade, they don't practice a lot together, just as a one unit. They really don't. They integrate with our varsity. And we try to put as much of it, of a scout team preparation book when we get it together. Our staff does a good job of trying to put into our terms where our kids are running our plays. And so I think they're having to run it at a faster level when they go against our varsity kids in a team setting. They still get all their individual time with our varsity individual. They still get our, the group time. But when it comes to team, man, they're having to do scout stuff against the varsity. So when you see our kids against the ninth grade and JV, I mean, it probably feels a little slower. The game slows down a little bit for them. So I think that's been the paramount for those kids as far as how they practice. They've had to practice at a higher level than what they're used to instead of just going against each other. And so, them young kids get in there and do a great job. I think scout team is where it's at. I think every year that I've been here, our sub-varsity, when we're talking about ninth and JV, have usually been really, really, really good as far as our record. I won't say we won't say those guys are stellar athletes. They're developmental athletes.
Right.
But they tend to really win a lot more than they lose.
And that leads us right into Scout Team Player of the Week.
It was Cam Jewell. Yeah, because he was missing that day at a kidney stone. Yeah, Cam Jewell.
And Lineman of the Week.
Perkins again. And that will sneak aside for a first time out. This is Coffee with the Coach inside of Harbor Mountain Coffee House. We'll be back with player interviews after a quick word from our sponsors.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
Looking for a trustworthy automotive shop? Come see our technicians at Reagan Auto. Our trusted technicians work hard to get your vehicle needs taken care of in a timely manner. Here at Reagan Auto, we provide oil changes, tires, alignments, along with transmissions and engines. Stop by and see us at Reagan Auto at 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester to get a quote, or simply call 918-715-3236. That's 918-715-3236.
Nothing's working!
Wait, we're not cavemen! We have technology!
Are you a business in need of technology help? The PC Landing Zone specializes in device repair, including phones, tablets, computers, as well as networking installations and troubleshooting, cloud backups, flip phone systems, structured cabling, and more. Give us a call at 918-820-4188 for your local one-stop shop for all your technology needs.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says bring on the monstrous discounts. Get up to $17,500 in discounts on every new Ram truck in stock, including all heavy duties. Use this savings to pay off those credit cards and other bills just in time for the holidays. Patriot makes your next Ram truck affordable, which allows you to pay off those pesky bills. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Stock number 24559, MSRP 75905.
Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress.
where you'll find furnishings for every room in your home. Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress has been family owned and operated for more than 34 years. Our experience and hometown service will help you find the furniture you've always wanted at the best price possible. Best of luck to the McAlester Buffaloes. From all of us at Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street, McAlester. Go Buffs! Have a great season.
For those on radio, there was your Buffalo drive of the game and their 70-28 win over the East Central Cardinals, beginning with 2:33 left in the first half. It covered 54 yards on 7 plays in 2 minutes and 10 seconds, ended with a 10-yard touchdown pass from junior Jordan Clark to sophomore Devian Bickham, his second touchdown reception of the night. Welcome back to Coffee with the Coach from Harper Mountain Coffee House on 3rd Street in McAlester. This year's show is brought to you by Reagan Auto, the PC Landing Zone, Bank First, Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of McAlester, and Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress. We've got Buffalo players Noah Leonardo and Gunnar Pickett with us this morning. Welcome to the show, guys.
Good morning. It's good to be here.
All right, you guys ready to go?
Yes, sir.
If you've seen the show, you guys know how the next question goes. Starting off with an icebreaker, other than football, really easy one. Other than football, what is your favorite sport?
Powerlifting.
Powerlifting, okay.
Probably basketball.
Basketball? I mean, well, I mean, I'm assuming your brother is Garrett, right?
Yeah.
Well, he played basketball
he played
for.
basketball.
Yeah, so.
Coach Mazey's laughing right now. He likes to talk about him a lot.
Yeah. He was going to call you Garrett if he was the one interviewing you today. So.
Says it every day in practice.
He calls you Garrett every day in practice?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, we're already into week 7, guys. It's been flying by. Y'all are at 5-1. I mean, I just thought it to myself earlier this week. I cannot believe we're into week 7. But what do you guys think about the season and how it's gone up to this point?
Last year, I mean, you can definitely tell that we're a lot closer as a team and teammates. Like, there's no hostility between any of us. I feel like that's what's really pushed us to be this successful so far. We're definitely going to go better than 6-5. That was pitiful. How many wins do we need? 6 to be the most winning program? 11.
Oh, gotcha. So if your senior class, I guess, wins 11 this season, most winningest class in McAlester football?
Yeah.
Oh, did not know that.
Yeah, people don't realize that.
Did not realize that.
It's almost flip-flopped that 6 win first.
Yeah, I forgot because they're, yeah, that's right.
Up against the 6 wins last year from 19 to this year.
Gotcha.
So it kind of.
For those, I'm talking to Coach Mazey off the mic here. Gunnar, you want to add anything real quick?
It's just everybody on the team wants to win, so
What? Yeah, he's helping you out, actually.
everybody on the team wants to win, so that's a good thing. When you have every dude wanting to win, makes it a lot better.
I gotcha. So this question is for Noah. When we first saw you getting big varsity minutes, you were playing on the O-line a little bit there too, right? So now you're manning down and being an anchor at the outside linebacker spot here in your senior season. What's that transition been like, getting into the role that you're in now?
It's been a little weird considering my entire life I was a lineman, learning pass coverage, stuff like that's a little weird. Reading stuff's different. But, I mean, with our coaches, it's been pretty easy. There's not much difference between it and D-line, especially playing in because you kind of got to keep your eyes up, look where the ball's going, watch for screens. But other than that, I mean,
maybe
really
a little bit more pass coverage there. Yeah, obviously more than the defensive end.
Yeah, it's different not being able to just rush every time the ball's thrown, actually having to watch somebody.
Right, keep your eyes moving. Gunnar, I asked this to Kaysen in Cleveland earlier this year. How does it feel to be chosen as a captain as a junior? That's got to be a pretty cool responsibility.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It comes with a lot, you know. Can't do some of the things everybody else can. You got to be held to a higher standard, but it's cool. It's worth it, and it's just nice to be a captain.
So before the season, I asked some players who they were most looking forward to playing, and obviously the top 2 answers were Poto and Coweta, but once or twice we got a Bishop Kelley answer because of how the season ended last year. So how ready are y'all for tonight and to try to get that game back?
Oh, I'm ready. Ever since last year, especially seeing because I got really close to those seniors, seeing them lose like that, it really hurt me. I think it really hurt a lot of the senior class this year. So we're really just trying to get our get back for what happened last year.
Gunner?
It's exciting. I'm ready to win. So, don't know really what to say. I'm excited to play them, see what happens tonight.
That's why Noah answers first, because he gets all the good answers out of the way. So there's not really much more to add.
He takes my answer.
Last one, it's always a fun one here, and this one, it truly does. It's out of this world, actually. Aliens have come to Earth, and you find out one of your teammates has been an alien spy this entire time. Which teammate would be most likely to be that spy?
Byram.
Wow, that was quick.
Byram.
Dine.
Byram or Thine, for sure.
Any reason why?
See, I would say totally different. I would say somebody like Pfeiffer Mitchell.
Pfeiffer Mitchell is Coach Mazey's answer.
I could see Will. I feel like
No.
I feel like Will's too much of a he is a high school football player.
I could see Gavin Brumley.
Yeah, but
like
here, you said Will's a high school football player. Well, see, that fits the mold, so he'd fit in. I can see that.
Yeah.
See, I think see somebody that really fits, like hangs out with everybody, and then you go, oh my god.
He was an alien spy. And what were your reasonings behind the two that y'all picked?
Byram,
really quiet.
Okay.
Yeah, Byram, he's loud, but he's kind of like sneakily like athletic. He'll just do the splits out of nowhere.
Oh, so you're meaning alien as in like he's like out of this world athletic and you wouldn't expect it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that makes sense. Guys, thank you for jumping on the show, and good luck tonight against Bishop Kelley.
Thank you.
Those are Buffalo players. Again, Gunnar Pickett and Noah Leonardo. We will be back and speaking on the Comets next. You're on Coffee with the Coach on KNED.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
Looking for a trustworthy automotive shop? Come see our technicians at Reagan Auto. Our trusted technicians work hard to get your vehicle needs taken care of in a timely manner. Here at Reagan Auto, we provide oil changes, tires, alignments, along with transmissions and engines. Stop by and see us at Reagan Auto at 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester to get a quote, or simply call 918-715-3236. That's 918-715-3236.
Nothing's working!
Wait, we're not cavemen! We have technology!
Are you a business in need of technology help? The PC Landing Zone specializes in device repair, including phones, tablets, computers, as well as networking installations and troubleshooting, cloud backups, VoIP phone systems, structured cabling, and more. Give us a call at 918-820-4188 for your local one-stop shop for all your technology needs.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says bring on the monstrous discounts. Get up to $17,500 in discounts on every new Ram truck in stock, including all heavy duties. Use this savings to pay off those credit cards and other bills just in time for the holidays. Patriot makes your next Ram truck affordable, which allows you to pay off those pesky bills. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Stock number 24559, MSRP 75905.
Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, where you'll find furnishings for every room in your home. Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress has been family owned and operated for more than 34 years. Our experience and hometown service will help you find the furniture you've always wanted at the best price possible. Best of luck to the McAlester Buffaloes. From all of us at Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street, McAlester. Go Buffs! Have a great season.
Welcome back to Harbor Mountain Coffee House. Brought to you by Tannehill Furniture and Mattress here for Coffee with the Coach. Also by Reagan Auto, Bank First, Patriot, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram of McAlester, and the PC Landing Zone. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green at Harper Mountain Coffee House on 3rd Street in McAlester, live alongside McAlester Buffalo head coach Forrest Mazey. Tonight, the Buffaloes host the Bishop Kelley Comets for the first time since 2020. McAlester leads the series 20-8 going back to the first meeting in the 1968 playoffs, which was a 35-6 win for the Buffs on their way to their first gold ball. Excluding the playoffs, the home team in this series has not won this game since the Buffaloes did it in 2015 with a 45-0 win over the Comets. The last matchup, however, was in the playoffs, with the Comets winning 36-21 over the Buffs in the first round at Prosa Field last year. So, Coach Mazey, time for another Guess That Play presented by Tannehill Furniture and Mattress. We go back to McAlester versus Bishop Kelley in 2020. We'll already say this is kind of an easy one because most of the touchdowns against Bishop Kelley in your time here have been less than 10 yards, have been the same person. So this one will probably be an easy one as well. But this is a scoreless game in the first quarter. Buffaloes have the ball. It's first down and 10 from the BK 40.
Yep.
Ball's on the left hash moving south, 7:05 left to go in the first.
Well, there's only 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yep.
One was buck sweep right. The first one, this would be the play. It's going to be buck sweep to Eric to the right, and he cuts up the middle. But the second one is actually a screen to Eric about 75 yards, and it was actually the wrong play call by Mr. James Barr himself. But it worked out for him in the long run.
And you were very close in the yardage, too, as an 80-yarder.
Yep.
80-yarder on that other one. But for those that want to relive history.
This is buck sweep right at the 40.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, there was also a bunch of pictures of that stiff arm that he had. And it wasn't even a stiff arm. It was him leading his blocker to get to a hole.
And then push him into it and roll,
Yep, and so that was
– we had actually the first time we'd ever started really running buck sweep the way I wanted to run it.
And
in those games with our trade stuff, his first games we had traded back in, tight end wing. It's become pretty a staple of our offense, kind of.
Okay, Guess That Play presented by Tannehill Furniture and Mattress.
Yeah, winner.
Bishop Kelley is back in the district, but you guys, as mentioned earlier, played them in the playoffs last year. A lot of turnover from last season for the Comets with the big graduating class of 26 back in 2024.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this year's Comets team?
Well, it depends on who plays. They've had the injury bug, so if those 2 running backs or Wildcat quarterback play, they've got 2 really good game breakers back there. Number 6 and number 2. They didn't play against Booker T, and their nose guard went down, their right guard went down. So they're a different team, different dynamic without those guys. They're going to have to try to grind it out and play slow ball. But if they have those 2 guys, man, those 2 guys can take it to the house any given time. I think he had 200 yards rushing in 3 quarters against Coweta and got hurt at the end of the third. Don't know what the extent of that injury is. The other one I think will be back, number 6, the starting running back. Mm-hmm. So it'll be interesting. It'll be kind of a waiting game to see who's playing, and then adjust our game according to what that is. So I mean they provide some a senior quarterback. He played a lot last year, number 12. Like I said, they do some things schematically that give you issues on defense. So our offense is going to have to be really smart, methodical, and make some guys miss, when we get the ball. I mean, we're not going to be able to block them all. So it'll be a fun game. It'll be a game that I think the kids are excited about, some payback if we can. And then, don't let that, they've had some issues early maybe, and I'm just scared that they're getting their kids back. That's kind of hit the injury bug that first 3 or 4 weeks, and they're kind of starting to hopefully for them get their kids back, but hopefully for us they're not back just yet.
Give it one more week.
Yeah, no doubt.
Kickoff at 7 o'clock tonight at the Hook. It's green out tonight for mental health, so be sure to wear green and connect with the community mental health agencies, all while supporting the Buffs. We're going to take a break. Coming up next from Harper Mountain Coffee House on 3rd Street in McAlester. One final break with head coach Forrest Mazey reading some of your questions. Don't go anywhere. You're on 1150 AM and 98.3 FM KNED.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
Looking for a trustworthy automotive shop? Come see our technicians at Reagan Auto. Our trusted technicians work hard to get your vehicle needs taken care of in a timely manner. Here at Reagan Auto, we provide oil changes, tires, alignments, along with transmissions and engines. Stop by and see us at Reagan Auto at 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester to get a quote, or simply call 918-715-3236. That's 918-715-3236.
Nothing's working!
Wait, we're not cavemen! We have technology!
Are you a business in need of technology help? The PC Landing Zone specializes in device repair, including phones, tablets, computers, as well as networking installations and troubleshooting, cloud backups, VoIP phone systems, structured cabling, and more. Give us a call at 918-820-4188 for your local one-stop shop for all your technology needs.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says bring on the monstrous discounts. Get up to $17,500 in discounts on every new Ram truck in stock, including all heavy duties. Use this savings to pay off those credit cards and other bills just in time for the holidays. Patriot makes your next Ram truck affordable, which allows you to pay off those pesky bills. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Stock number 24559, MSRP 75905.
Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, where you'll find furnishings for every room in your home. Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress has been family owned and operated for more than 34 years. Our experience and hometown service will help you find the furniture you've always wanted at the best price possible. Best of luck to the McAlester Buffaloes. From all of us at Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street, McAlester. Go Buffs! Have a great season.
Welcome back to Coffee with the Coach, brought to you by Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, Bank First, Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of McAlester, the PC Landing Zone, and Reagan Auto. Let's take a quick look at the broadcast schedule this week, beginning with the one we've been talking about, as the McAlester Buffaloes host the Bishop Kelley Comets tonight for Thursday Night Lights here on KNED, 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, and on the KNED app. Kickoff at 7 with a pregame show set for 6:15, radio only, and video streaming near kickoff on the McAlester Radio website, McAlsterRadio.com. But we encourage everyone to come out and pack the hook. Oklahoma State plays in Friday Night Lights in Provo, playing a late game against the 13th-ranked BYU Cougars. Kickoff is at 9:15 p.m. with the pregame show set for 7:15 on Rock 105.1. Could you imagine playing a 9:15 game, Coach Mazey? Anyway, and on Saturday, the Oklahoma Sooners played the South Carolina Gamecocks. 11:45 kickoff, pregame show set for 8:45 on KND, and the Tulsa Golden Hurricane will take on Temple Football Baby in Philadelphia. Kickoff at 7 with the pregame show set for noon on Cool 96.7 FM. Yeah, 9:15 kickoff for Oklahoma State. Easy living.
Easy living, yeah. Like in Provo, what a place.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, would you rather play at 9:15 game or 11 a.m.?
Man.
Good question.
Where are we playing at?
Well, Provo.
As a coach or a player?
One of each.
Ooh. 11 a.m. if I'm a player, 9:15. Either way. It really don't matter for me either way. They're both good. If you're playing college ball, college or college times, I love it.
All right. So, again, this is our segment where we read off your fan questions. If you ever have one, DM us on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio, or you can message us on Facebook at facebook.com/McAlester Radio. Had some extras this week, but we'll get to some more next week. I know that Derek Hatchage sent one in late, so we're going to ask his tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but next week.
Might as well throw it in there today.
I guess we can throw it in there. We got a little bit of time. Well, why not? Let's start off with
make it happen.
Yeah, we can make it happen. He says, if you were in a horror movie, which one do you think would have the best chance to survive? I don't know if he's talking about players or coaches, but you can do one of each.
In a horror movie?
In a horror movie.
Oh, me, all day long. I'm not going to stick around, baby. If I see something that I'm not going to say, oh, my goodness, what is going on here? Let me go investigate.
Let's hide behind the chainsaws.
Yeah, I'm out. I was watching House on Haunted Hill the other day. I'm not going to that basement.
Or up the stairs, and there's nowhere to go but
Look,
down.
I'm staying together in that big room, and that ghost is going to have to come get me.
Coach, we'll go to now Jay on Facebook. He asks, what is your favorite pep rally game?
Oh, man. Man, it probably has to be Kuwait or Ada. I mean, those two for the pep rally. And I think the playoffs are really, really fun. Obviously, when you go to the state championship, I think those pep rallies are second level. but you got to get there first. So if you're just talking about regular season, Bishop Kelley or Coweta, I think those are pretty hated games. But other than that, playoffs and anything go with the playoffs and the state championship game was really cool.
Patty is back. She asks, what are the biggest challenges to playing on Thursday night?
Prep time, especially if it's a good team. We practice, we usually bring the kids in to watch film on Sunday, but you have to throw a practice in there with it now, a short practice to try to get a day of prep in. That way you try not to lose preparation time, but you essentially lose some hours there.
Mm-hmm.
And then just the routine of school, kids being out of school. They were out of school yesterday.
Throws everything off.
Yeah, so, hope the kids can stay locked in because the routine is different. But it is part of it.
All right, going to our next question. Evan asks on Twitter, again, I kind of spoiled this one for you during a break here. What did you do to get cursed at the Eastside Sports Complex?
I don't know, but I've been cursed for 10 years. Poto and here, we played at Tulsa Hill all the time at East Central Complex, and then obviously here at McAlester, we've been there a few times, and I think it's just the environment. It's the kids know not a lot of fans are going to be there. It's not a real hostile environment. It's just weird. It's just a weird vibe when you get there. It's a weird vibe. It's just a weird place. Now it might have been different when they were really good. I can't say it, but it might be the same. And if it was the same, imagine if it's the same thought process and feel when you get there and they're good. Man, I don't know. You might get beat bad, and I'm sure a lot of people did. So maybe that's just the vibe they give, and that's just how it is there.
I do know that since I've been calling games for McAlester, every game has been crazy. First year, 2017, that was 2017 with Coach Singleton, walk-off touchdown throw with 15 seconds left in the game to win it. Then we had, of course, the one game where it was against Nathan Hale, where we had 3 drives in a row by each team, fumble, fumble, fumble.
Yeah.
And then you had the crazy game in the first half last year, and then it was a shootout in the first quarter. It's a crazy game each and every time you go there.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just weird. I can't. It's wonky.
Carter asks, you have some big wins with the Buffs, but where does the 2019 upset win over Bishop Kelley rank in your time at McAlester?
Really kind of set the tone of the 6 years here so far. It's a game where you start the year and you're 0-3 or 0-2, and then you start making a climb back and beating some teams you're not supposed to beat. Coweta. Then you go up to Bishop Kelley and you beat them, and you host a playoff game for the first time in a long time. And
because you guys entered that game not even clinching a playoff spot. You could have finished, I think, as low as 6th, depending on how that night went around the district.
Conglomerate, yeah, and we ended up 2nd. So kind of a crazy deal. It was a good win. I don't think people realize how big of a win or a good of a win that was, because I think they ended up making the semis still that year.
Oh, Bishop Kelley did.
Bishop Kelley ended up still going to the semis that year, and just one of them deals.
Pretty good win. And Lloyd asks, favorite uniform combo for the Buffs?
Man, I'm a fan of the all black, but sometimes that black on white top, or black top and white bottoms really hit with a helmet. But man, I'm a big fan of all black. I love the all black. I think the kids like all black, but that all white's nice too. So we got so many combos, and if I had unlimited funds, we'd have unlimited combos. Yeah. But that's not the case.
What about a camo jersey? Would you ever do a camo jersey?
I don't know. It's kind of
too much.
I would do a camo if I could have red, white, and blue striped numbers.
Yeah.
And shoulders. If I could do the shoulders with like the American flag.
Yeah.
And then the numbers have the inner, and then a true camo, not a digi camo.
Yeah.
I want the true camo.
Okay. Yeah, and so spoiler alert for anybody that's going to be going to the game tonight. What's the uniform combo for tonight?
Oh, all black.
All black, baby. Let's go. Coach, anything else you'd like to add before we wrap it up?
No, we just got to keep rolling, and these kids got to keep maturing. I think they're doing a good job of staying grounded. At this time of the year with kids, it's just complacency. You get in a place where you're winning or losing or in the middle, and practices get monotonous. You've done it for however many weeks now. And to be good, you got to get through that monotony, and you got to really find the grind and really enjoy the process of getting to the game and understanding what you're playing for. So, like I said, every drive is going to count, every yard is going to count, every inch is going to count. So, we just got to do a good job of staying grounded, making good adjustments as a coach and staff, and doing right by the kids.
All right, Coach, thank you for your time. Good luck tonight against Bishop Kelley.
Thank you.
This has been Brandon Green with head coach Forrest Mazey. Thank you for tuning in, and until next week, same time, same place. Don't just have a great day. Have a Buffalo day, everybody.